Welcome to my hedge fund. That is a 6-foot fence behind these plants, and this thing here has got to be 8 feet. This is my hedge fund right here. Not bad for 4.25 gallon pots. These plants down the backside here are a little bit shorter because they don't get sun. As you see, everything down there is in sun and these are in the shade here, but still fully loaded. .25 gallon buckets with my own amended compost mix, planting mix, whatever you want to call it. Everything is fully loaded here. We got ripe pods all over the place that are going to need to be picked as soon as this video is done. Seven pot Veta Rojos. Plenty of ripe pods. Seven pot Veta with the purple blushing. Nothing but lush looking plants out here. I'm pretty sure once we get a heavy rain here, most of these branches are gonna snap because I tied them back once, as you can see here in the middle, and the tops are not tied back, so they'll probably wind up snapping, but it is what it is. Towards the end of the season, I'm not worried about it. Wicked looking pods everywhere. We even have some pods that are starting to rot on the vine because I'm not picking them. A little bit too busy around here lately, so like I said, I'll get to picking these later today. 7 pot Veta Micro Pheno.
Wow.
Tons of wicked looking pods everywhere. Seven pot Veta 2021. So these are from 2020 going into season 2021.
Oh my God.
And I always sprout older seed stock to see what I'm gonna get. See if something new comes up. Tons of pods everywhere. With these cooler nights and the cooler days, we're getting a ton of more flower production, and a lot of these flowers are setting pods right now. So this is another weird phenotype here, 7 pot Veta. Let me pick one of these for you real quick. Has the purple blushing on it. Kind of looks like elongated, like almost like a Thai chili or something, but it's just a weird phenotype that popped up. We'll probably be saving some of those to see what happens on the next generation. But everywhere you look, just wicked freaking pods everywhere. This one kind of has the purple blushing on it. And this is 7 pot Veta Lava with the tails, lava tails. And this beast right here, see if we can see what this is real quick. 7 pot veta BTK. I have that listed somewhere what that means. BTK 2425. So I saved this from last season. And talk about hybrid vigor. That's an 8-footer right there. Fully loaded. Wicked pods. And we got some 7 pod veta back crosses here. Looking phenomenal. Some more 7 pot veta back crosses are looking absolutely dank as fuck. Seven pod veta browns with the wicked tails. We got a bunch of ripe ones in here, which we'll have to come in and pick these all off today. But fully loaded in here. We got red Naga tigers, which these are in small 2-gallon, maybe 3-gallon pots. Don't really care too much for these. I never transplanted them up. I never up potted them. We got pimenta habaneros. We got pimenta the dog, which have a couple starting to ripen up here. First of the season. Pimenta the dog. We got Jamaican scarlet perps. Whitish, purplish leaves, purple pods that ripen red. Variegated leaves. I must have harvested probably 300 or 400 pods off this plant, and it is still fully loaded. We got Jamaican Scarlet Blanco, again fully loaded. Pushing out pods like crazy. And these Jamaican Scarlets are only in 3-gallon buckets, and they are just freaking lush, and they keep producing. We got another 7 pot veta back cross over here, putting out some gnarly looking pods. We'll get these picked today as well. Over here we got the Georgia Rojo, another cross of mine. You can go back on some of my posts a little further back on my Instagram channel, and I explain exactly how this is bred and what the genetics are. But this thing is absolutely producing like crazy right now. Tons of flowers popping out, tons of pods already on the plant, starting to ripen up. Over here in the middle, I just removed this shade cloth. If you saw on my IG page, I showed you guys I was removing the shade cloth on these 4 Toranaga plants. This one here, unfortunately, is only in a 4.25 gallon bucket, while these other ones here are in 10 gallons. And finally got the shade cloth removed from these, so they're starting to actually grow up past where the shade cloth was. And still producing gnarly pods. Starting to get a little bit overgrown here. And we're not doing anything crazy here. I'm just looking to preserve some of these varieties and hybrids that I got going here. So I only put them in 4.25 gallon buckets, and they seem to be doing pretty good. They produce pretty good. They give me enough pods to make you know, my own powder, my own pepper flakes and whatnot. I do have another couple of plants off to the side here. That's not on camera. But yeah, this is my hedge fund. This is what I call my hedge fund. Every season I put these buckets along the fence and we grow 50 to 60 plants along this fence line. Last year they didn't do as well because I had some bad compost. This year I went ahead and I amended my own mix, and the mix works phenomenal, as you can see. This plant here is the mustard jalokia that got crushed when this tree fell in my backyard and absolutely crushed this plant. As you can see, it grew back. It's a monster freaking plant. I mean, not monstrous like some of you guys like Brian Hamilton and all these guys, but or Pepper Guru, but considering this thing was crushed, bent, broken in half, it grew up and it's producing pretty good right now. We have another plant here. We got some yellowing leaves here and there. And this is Java. This Java plant is growing pretty darn well. I've harvested probably a couple hundred pods off of this plant already. Phenomenal yellow, citrusy, medium hot to hot type pods that produce like mad, produce like crazy. Another one of my new crosses here. Usually this phenotype comes up red, and this phenotype here this season has come up yellow. Not sure where that came from, but nonetheless, we're gonna grow it out and save seeds from it. But that should do it for this video, guys. Just wanted to show you what we got going on here today as we start to wind down the season here, and give you guys a quick stroll through the hedge fund, the Pepper Hedge Fund. But thanks for checking it out, guys. I appreciate it. You guys enjoy your weekend.